perhaps in an error that could occur from the shaykh. Like when he was refuting Shaykh ibn Ali al-Hajuri and the book that he wrote on hadith, he said Shaykh Yahya left off radiyallahu anhu. You know, the part where you mentioned a Sahabi, say, may Allah be pleased with him. And he mentioned wordings that say like this indicates that he has hatred to the Sahabas or something of those lines. And Shaykh later on clarified that he initially added radiyallahu anhu, but when he brought it to the publisher, they're the ones who add these in a different font, and it fell out from each one. So Shaykh requested in the next print that could be added. So yani, all it could have been done was just to ask Shaykh Yahya, why did you leave out radiyallahu anhu? And even with this print, there are places where radiyallahu anhu is still there. May Allah please, man. Firstly, it's not wajib. And if someone leaves out radiyallahu anhu, it doesn't mean he hates the Sahabas. So that was a valid point by Shaykh Rabee. And these were some of the other things that people disagreed with him. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant him success and to grant our ulama, the scholars, a good ending. It's unfortunate how these fitna makers have got in between the ranks of great scholars that we know of and caused them to say these statements. And there's a lot of scenarios where they planned and uttered how they're going to get Shaykh Rabee to say something or to speak about someone. And there's screenshots of that from Arafat and others. So their story is known and their fitna is known. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us all. That is regarding Shaykh Rabee. Wafaqahullah, may Allah grant him success. As for Abu Khadija and Abdullah al-Ahmami, then these individuals, we've seen many of them like spubs and these individuals with them, they fell into extremism that no one could really deny. I think they're like this, it's like somewhat an testation between even people in their own ranks, that they fell into ghulu in many aspects, and that they have wala and bara dayiq. They have a restricted allegiance and disownment that is not of the Salaf al-Salih. And they even have takfir in some of their wordings. We caught them red-handed, with many of their scenarios where they screenshots. They were trying to say that, for example, Shaykh Yahya is okay to be worshipped besides of Allah. And then we told them this is takfir. It means he's a taghut. If he's okay to be worshipped besides Allah, this is takfir. You're reaching to a level of takfir. Then they erased it. But we already took a screenshot. And then they denied and said, we never made takfir about it, we never said this. And we brought out the screenshot, graphic evidence. And up until now, they didn't retract. They've also have extremism and misquoting the ulama for their own motives and agendas. They said, for example, Shaykh Fawzan warns from Shaykh Yahya. We went back and we asked, the brothers asked Shaykh Salih Fawzan, he told people to take knowledge from it. Up until now, it's still on the website that Fawzan warns from, and they didn't retract after all those years. Tell them you lied of an alim, you caused the fitna. This is not allowed, and also mistranslations, the way they distort the statements of the scholars. And there's a lot of examples of statements of takfir, like Abu Khadija, and we find these people little retraction. Like even when some of their own mashayikh, the scholars, make retractions, they don't retract. Shaykh Ubayd al-Jabiri, when he called Shaykh Yahya Iblis al-Yemen, and the people told him that if you call him the Iblis of Yemen, this is actual takfir, and Ibn Taymiyyah said this means to remove him out of the fold of Islam. So he took it back, but Abu Khadija didn't take it back, even though he was advised. Shows these people, they're not, what's apparent is that they're not sincere. They have double standards. When it comes to people within their own ranks, they don't issue the same principles that they so-called place on others. So there's a lot that's been said. You can go back to our audios and the websites. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us and them. Inshallah, we'll suffice with that amount. Tayyib, if there's another question during the stream, person could ask it. Inshallah. Go ahead, you can unmute yourself.